Right, hello everybody. Dan from Bembridge Taxis, and we're actually going to do some video work this weekend because the sun's out. It's light enough to actually see stuff in the cab, unlike most of the winter when I was doing evening shift and it was dark at the start of the shift. You couldn't see anything. And today, my first fare of the evening, my daughter Anya. Say hello.
Hi.
Hi. So we've just done some jobs. And now this one needs to go to her friend's house for a sleepover. So thought we'd have a little chat on the way over. Yeah? And you're going to ask me lots of silly questions and I'm going to answer them, aren't I? Right, that's off to a good start.
You said silly questions.
Alright, serious questions. Let's ask serious questions then, yeah? Cars, we're going to talk about cars, okay? Because you like cars, don't you? And I like cars. What's your favourite car?
What are the ones with the little antennas? The little, and we have like a little push car with it.
What?
You know the...
A car with antennas? Radio control cars?
No, like the one that the little toy car that we let Jude borrow.
The Pagani?
Yeah.
You like the Paganis?
Yeah.
Ah! You got a taste. Clearly. Why do you like the Paganis?
I like that they're like short. I like the cars that are quite short.
You like the short cars?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I also like what it looked like.
They do look quite good, don't they? Yes, they're very pretty. Do you know how much a Pagani costs?
5,000 or some 5 million around.
Oh, yeah, 5 million is closer. I think they start at about 3 million. And that's before you put any options or any tax or anything like that on it. So
and then it goes
yeah, they're quite exclusive cars, aren't they? They only make about 50 of them a year. So quite special. Oh, that's a bright sunset. Oh god, I can't see anything. Use the hat to block that out because I don't have my sunglasses at the moment.
Yeah, you have that. I'm too short.
Oh yeah, I can put, that just about covers it out. Oh no, now it's coming through the side window. I'm still getting blinded.
Imagine how I feel. Nothing helps me.
You're so short the sunglasses don't work, do they?
That's better.
There we go. Oh, we're going through the trees. We can see again now. So,
What car do you like?
what car do I like? I like lots of different cars. So,
That's helpful.
well, yeah, it is, isn't it? I mean, I like my car. What car do I drive?
Like our car.
Yeah, the car we got now. What is it?
Subaru Legacy.
Well done. Yeah.
I'm not dumb.
I didn't say you were. I was just testing whether you remember what it was called.
I always read the back.
Yeah?
Yes.
Do you like that car?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's quite cool. It's a bit old and ropey now, but do you know what? I don't mind that because it's got character. It's had a life. It's got some battle scars. It's got a story to tell.
He's called Steve.
It's called Steve?
Yeah. Did you never know that?
Well, it's my car. I get to name it. And I certainly didn't call it Steve. You can't give a car a boy's name anyway. Cars have always got girls' names. You misgendered my car. Steve. Why Steve?
It looks like a Steve.
It looks like a Steve. Okay. Sure.
How do cars' headlights work?
Well, like any light bulb, you push a button and it sends electricity to it. Magic happens and it lights up.
Oh, explaining
Oh, I can't see anything.
it. Oh,
There we go.
I got a sticker.
You got a sticker?
Yeah, the sticker's walking.
Okay.
Oh, great, now it's wrong there. Oh, now that's walking. Cars.
What? So, do you know what car Daddy would buy if he had loads of money?
Ah, my eyes.
think I've told you before. Do you remember?
I'm not that good with car names.
Yeah, you are. Begins with a P. Not Pagani.
I thought you just said Pop.
Ain't nobody got that much money to spend 3 million on a car. Porsche.
I said Porsche.
Yeah, Porsche is the incorrect pronunciation. The correct pronunciation is apparently Porsche.
Did you used to say Porsche?
I used to say Porsche, but I've been corrected on it many times now, so I need to make sure that I am pronouncing it correctly. Yeah, so I'd like a Porsche 911. That'd be my realistic dream car. Because, you know, there's all very well having dream cars like Paganis and things like that, but I wouldn't actually want to own something like that. It would be a bit of a nightmare to actually own, and you'd be worried about driving it all the time. Every time you take it out, you're worried that someone might crash into it, or crash a trolley into it, or something like that.
Or a policeman pulls you over because you're going over the speed limit.
Well, I mean, that would be a risk in any car if you drive over the speed limit.
No, what I'm saying is like they're fast cars, so
yeah, but just because they're
fast by accident.
Really, I mean, just because you've got a fast car doesn't mean you have to drive it fast. All fast cars are capable of going slow.
Not super slow.
Yeah, I mean, how else do you think you'd be able to drive it around a car park? Oh, my car's so fast I can't drive it around the car park. As soon as I touch the throttle, I'm doing 100 miles an hour. It'd be a bit difficult to drive, wouldn't it? That's a good question. And, officer, I have never tested this. Don't know. I think the top speed is about 150 miles an hour.
What's the fastest car?
But I cannot confirm nor deny this.
What's the fastest car in the world?
Fastest car in the world currently is... That's a good question. I think it is the Hennessy Venom F5, which is
Sounds like a fast car.
something around 311 miles an hour, which is ridiculous. Why does anyone need a car that can go 300 miles an hour? Where could you ever use that?
Roadblocks is realistic.
Roadblocks is realistic. What about roadblocks is realistic?
When they
Apart
do
from
cars,
roadblocks on the Isle of Wight, which are everywhere. Sore subject. Let's not get into that. Go on.
Cars in Roblox can go up to speed 200, and I was like, that's not realistic, but now I know it is.
200? I mean, cars were doing 200 like 20 years ago. And in another 20 years, we'll probably have cars that could do 400 miles an hour.
No.
But again, I don't know where that would ever be useful.
Cars can go up to speed 200 in the 200s.
Yes. Okay.
I was just saying that because like 200.
Okay.
So, cars.
Alright.
What's the slowest car?
One driven by old people. I don't know. I mean,
actually a slowest car.
do you know what? I think I think a friend of mine has got a really, really slow car, and it's like I don't even know what it is. It's electric, and I think it's only got a top speed of about 30 miles an hour, and you literally just use it for like popping to the shops in town. I don't know what it is, but I see it driving around Bembridge. It's tiny and it looks really, really odd, and I didn't really understand why anyone would buy one until it was explained that it's literally just used for popping from their house out of town into town to go to the shops and back again, because it costs virtually nothing to run. And I thought, do you know what, that is actually quite useful. I wouldn't mind one of those.
But yeah, you want to look cool all the time.
Do I?
Yeah, you're like, I love my car.
Well, I mean, you've got to look good in your car, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
It's like your clothes. You always want to wear nice clothes to look good, don't you? So your car has to be the same. Except, I mean, I do admit that most of the time mine is splattered in mud because I tend to get it stuck in muddy fields and then I just can't be bothered to clean it.
Donuts. No, you don't.
I was not doing donuts in the field. Might have been a bit. No, actually the field was just really, really wet and then I got stuck in it and I couldn't get out and I sprayed the entire car with mud. And then it took me about 2 or 3 weeks to actually get round to cleaning it off. Oh, we've got a call. Okay, now we're going downhill. I put it in. I'm going to teach you to drive. So now we're going downhill. I've knocked it out of gear, so we're just rolling down the hill. We'll pick up speed. So we're saving fuel going down the hill.
Yeah, because then you just go flying.
And then as we're slowing down, put it back in gear to go up the hill. Now, I know they used to say that you're not supposed to coast because you actually save more fuel by just taking your foot off the throttle. But I've tested this and it's not true. You do actually save more fuel by putting it in neutral and letting the car roll. Because if you leave it in gear, it slows down and then you need to get back on the throttle sooner to speed up again. So yeah, I've tested that one and I found it to be false.
Why, when you yawn once, you can't stop yawning?
Well, that probably just means you're tired.
Yeah, but why can't you just stop?
Because you're tired.
What's
a more interesting question though is why when someone yawns do other people yawn? Yawns are catching. Have you ever noticed that? If you yawn,
like
other people will start yawning. It's like, you know, wolves, if one starts howling they all start howling.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like that with humans. Like someone yawns and then everyone yawns. It's really weird and no one knows why it happens.
And they also sound like, if you're really noisy, it also sounds like a cow.
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean, we are both mammals, so
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah, maybe it was something from like our distant past.
From when we were evolving.
When we were, you know, not much different from animals and living in caves and just like hunting things with spears and stuff. Maybe it was something that was useful then that isn't really useful now. Who knows? If anyone knows what the purpose of catching yawns is,
The only thing that stops me from yawning constantly is going all the way back and yawning. Like when I do a yawn, it feels like it's going further back.
Further back? What do you mean further back?
Like back of my throat.
Back of your throat?
Yeah. What I have to do is I have to get all it out to be able to stop.
You gotta get all the yawn out.
So
You stored it up. I've got to expel it all.
Everyone thinks when I yawn, I'm just faking it for laughs, but I don't. My yawns
For the lols.
because my yawns are just naturally really long.
Yeah?
Yeah. I just
I mean, that does sound a little bit over-exaggerated, and you do like to over-exaggerate, don't you? I don't know where you get that from.
No, I actually think it's mummy.
Is it mummy?
Yeah.
What does mummy exaggerate?
Sleep.
Sleep. How much sleep she needs. Mummy needs a lot of sleep, doesn't she? It's because her brain works at about twice the speed of everybody else's, so it's quite exhausting. Plus she also has to deal with me and you. We're all quite tiring, aren't we?
I'm just a butthead.
You are a butthead.
No, when Nanny says, "Come here, Anya," I don't listen. She's like, "Oh, butthead, come here," and I'm like, "Yes, Nana."
Right, we've arrived at our destination. Thanks for being a good sport. Boom.
Ow!
Right. See you on the way home. We're going to have a sing-along on the way home, aren't we? We're going to... What are we singing on the way home? We're going to sing some Love Story by Taylor Swift. So you're going to be the lead and I'm going to be the backing singer. And we'll see how that goes. So yeah, that'll be fun. See you next time.